So that video could have made even more money than the $8,000. That's probably the most I've ever made in a day. All right, guys, this is Ryan. Ryan is my partner in a lot of our business channels that we do together. Today, we are going to talk to you specifically about I talked to you about the TikTok affiliate. Today, we're going to specifically talk about 3 other TikTok channels that have been making money similar to YouTube with RPMs, For You page views, and different aspects like that. These are 1 minute long videos or more, so a little bit different than like a YouTube short type of vibe, and we're gonna get into it. So Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, so we have 4 accounts here on TikTok. I'm starting with my personal one, Weird Ryan, or Weird Ryan Stuff. I make these toilet videos, which you've probably seen Tori jump in the giant toilet. I have a channel where I flush up down a toilet, so I decided to eat out of a toilet.
Toilet content gets views, people.
It's all weird stuff, but so with the TikToks, I have these videos that are kind of like, I'll just play it here. Which toilet would you eat out of? And I show 1.
Oh, I want some Sour Patch Kids.
2, and then it goes for like a minute long. And on TikTok's creativity program, you have to have videos that are over a minute long to get paid. And you have to have 10,000 followers to get into the creativity program, and a certain amount of views. I don't know what that is, but if you get 10,000 followers, you'll probably be close to that view threshold. So right here, like you can see some of these videos with 500,000 views, 2.3 million views. Some have made pretty good money and some haven't. We'll go to the creativity program beta here. And you can see for the last 30 days, I've made $461. And I've only posted like once or twice in the past 30 days. Maybe 3 times, I really don't know. But like on February 25th here, I got $73. March 3rd, $87. Then other days like $2. So it can vary quite a bit. And if you look here, qualified views, 1.4 million views. So they'll take like the sum of your video views, and then they'll like qualify them. So you want to get like a US audience, and then you want to have
For You page views.
That was the one I was trying to think of. For You page views. Those are the like main 2 things. And if you're not getting that, you'll probably have a lower RPM. And that's why my RPM's around 32 cents. The highest that you can probably get on average is like 80 cents to $1. Some people have said like, oh, I've gotten $1 or $2, which is, it's true. You can get it on single videos, but overall on your whole channel, you're not gonna get like more than $1. From the channels I've done, none of them are over $1 or even close. So,
and the RPM again that you're seeing here is from the last 30 days, so that's an average.
Yeah, so let's see if I can find that video. Actually, I can't remember which one I showed you guys, but this one right here in the last 30 days made $300, and then the next one, it was just a video I had with a sucker, and I took it and put it on like every little thing that I could think of, like the dirt, a bench, the mulch, rocks, the road, and then I put it in Tori's mouth, which it was washed off and clean, so it was kind of fake. But as you can see, 351,000 qualified views and 12 cents RPM. It made $45 in the last 30 days. And then if we look at like the total views on that, it has 593,000. So not all of them are like qualified.
A little over half.
But yeah, more than half. Usually that's the case. I would say like 50 to 75% will get qualified.
But the RPM was lower on that one because there wasn't a person in it for most of the time.
So
usually if your face is in it, I feel like it does better RPM wise.
yeah, and so with a lot of these videos, they're very like universal. So there'd be people, or I don't have like a mainly US based audience. So if you're doing stuff like, say people are speaking, like you have to understand English to watch the video, it's most likely going to get sent to English speaking countries. And one of those is the US. So I end up getting a lot of other countries, which lowers my RPM and payment. But I do this kind of just for fun and just to like experiment with things. So we'll switch over to the next channel that we made. And it's loading.
Writing more stuff. Essentially what this channel is a whiteboard channel. We have a large whiteboard. I will draw or write on it as almost an ASMR effect. So we always make sure that it's really quiet so you can hear me doing that. And then we prompt it. So we'll say like, guess what movie this is? And I'll draw 3 pictures or 4 pictures that describe the movie. Or we'll say like, guess which Disney character this is? And I'll write down like 12 words that describe a Disney character. And then you should try to guess like what the character is. And all of these videos are over a minute long so that we can get those creator program views. And then again, I think half of it is the ASMR and then half of it is the actual like content that is being consumed. Oh, they're going back up.
Yeah, so we get videos from 25,000 views all the way to like 2 million views. Like there's one with 1.6 million views, 3.1 million views. So the views vary all over, but a lot of these they're just different videos. You're not gonna hit big on every single one, so that's why you just gotta be consistent. One of the biggest things is, let me go to the analytics here. I'll go to the past 60 days. So we started this in pretty much the beginning of February. We had a day with 4.1 million views, another day with 2.7 million. But overall, we've had 42 million views in the past
2 months.
It's been like 45 days, somewhere in there. Which is a lot of views, but in terms of payment wise, if you look at those 42 million views, I don't think it comes close to like, so if the RPM was $1, we'd be getting paid $42,000.
That'd be nice.
Which would be really nice. But my guess, before I go look at it, it's gonna be, which I can't remember, but I'm guessing the average will be like 20, 30 cents, 40 cents, and then our total will be like, I don't know, $5,000. So let's go look at it. Creativity program beta, $7,000. I haven't looked at this like that consistently. So right here, this is in our, so that is interesting. I did forget, because we had to meet the requirements, it took us almost 2 weeks to get there, to get monetized.
Requirements are the subscriber count and the like views and like hours and stuff.
So that probably took away, 10 to 15 million views of that 42 million views. But either way, it says that we've qualified 11 million views and that our RPM is 63 cents.
Yeah, so that 11 million is definitely less than 50% of the views.
Yeah. And the 63 cents is then, another 63% of that. But days of $762, that's in one day. 287, 489, 593, 606. I mean, it's just wild. Like, what
You gotta be
TikTok
good at
can do.
drawing like me.
But if you find the right niche, like, you can do just anything. And you can make so much money doing this stuff, and it's incredible that they have this out there for everyone to do.
Yeah, you can be anyone and do this. Again, you just have to get to that threshold. But if you have videos that are going to go viral like we did, then you know you're going to get there. So it doesn't really matter. Like, you don't have to worry as much about the subscribers, because essentially if you have one video go viral, you're going to meet that subscriber goal pretty quickly. And then you just go from there. Like, again, we're putting out as many as 4 videos a day. We've done 1 video a day. We've done 2 videos a day. We've done multiple different kinds of videos. So writing videos, drawing videos, categorized videos like movies, TV shows, Disney specific. I mean, you just have to keep testing out the different things and seeing what you can do from that. But views essentially is what's going to get you the payments, right? So like the qualified views are obviously the most important thing. So if there's something that is getting you more views, the more qualified views you can get, the more money you can make. So try to sit in that category.
And our best video right here is $1,285, which is a lot for just one video. I mean, we posted that.
That was one of our first videos.
We posted that 3 weeks ago, and it did really well. We can click on the stats here. So 1.8 million qualified views. I'm not sure how many total views it has, but the RPM is 71 cents, which is very good. Like, I'll take that any day. As you could, like on my Weird Ryan channel, most of those were like 20 cents or below. And one more thing to talk about here. So this was doing super well, and then like this drop off here, it was very concerning, and we were very confused on what was going on. But it was the end of the month, and we did a bunch of research, and supposedly at the end of the month, the RPM like goes really, really low, and then right at the beginning of the month, it pops up. And if you look on day 1 of March, if I can click on it, $466 immediately just went up. This was like, the views did not change. They did not fluctuate that much.
We talked to some other creators about it too, just to get their opinions on it. They kind of verified what we had said, because we had not posted videos for a month yet. So we did not know like the difference between the beginning and the end of the month. So there is definitely some concern with it, but it's one of those things where it's like, keep posting videos, because you never know what's going to happen, and all you need is one video to go viral, and then you're right back to where you were. So like, don't give up. Don't just throw in the towel because you had a couple bad days when you're getting like astronomical days, right? So it's like a very big difference. Not saying that like getting $100 a day is bad by any means, but it was crazy to go from 500 to 100 or less than 100 so quickly, but then it goes right back up. So I think it's always going to be one of those things where it ebbs and flows, which is an unfortunate part of social media, but a very real part of social media, even on platforms like YouTube, where content and RPMs can be a little more consistent. You're still going to see these days where you just like don't have views, and it's like, whoa, what's going on? We do this all the time. I'll be like, hey, are you like getting shorts views right now? Because mine like got cut in half, and he'll be like, no, I'm not getting them either. And it's just like one of those weird things where it just happens. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. Like, that's just a aspect of social media that's going to be a little inconsistent. But I think it's important that you like don't give up and you keep posting content, because if you stop posting because your RPM is low, you're going to miss out on a lot.
Very well said.
I have to tell him this a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a roller coaster ride, and much is like anything in life, but you're gonna have really high days and really low days, and the best way to get through that is just try to be consistent. Just keep uploading, and keep learning. I think that's the biggest thing, is for me at least, is like, I think that I don't need to learn anymore because I've like succeeded in certain ways, and then you're like, I got this, but then you get hit again. It's like, okay, why did this happen? What can I do to change? Like, you just got to keep learning to keep growing. And the final account here, well, we have 2 more accounts that make money. One, we work with a team, so we can't show that one. I can talk about it a little bit at the end, but this is the last one that we'll show here.
This one is called Teacher Tori. It'll pop up on the screen here in a second. Basically what we're doing is making student worksheets, and then the whole point of the channel is the ASMR of the teacher grading it. So we knew people liked my handwriting from the Whiteboard writing channel, and we just implemented that into a different system. And we make essentially controversial student videos where it's like, we'll put funny or random answers. It's like a picture and you write what you think it is. And then I'll come in and it's just my hand writing and grading, and you can hear the pen, and it's a red pen, so it's like alarming. And it's kind of like a comedy satire channel that again it's one of those things where like, even if you know it's not real, you want to watch it because it's just like one of those attention grabbing ideas. And so that's kind of what we've like rolled with here, and done it in multiple different ways again. So we've done pictures, we've done letters, we've done Mad Libs, we've done drawings, we've done all sorts of different content just to see like what people are liking and how it works. And one of our videos was over 150 million views, I believe.
Yeah, so this one, 125 million.
Okay.
The one here in the bottom left, that was our third video
that we ever posted.
Our first video ended up getting 55 million. Then 13, 125, 29, 4.2, 13, and then it slowly starts to fade off. We had one right here do 10.6, but this is normal. I mean, there's no chance that you can keep pulling 100 million view videos or even 10 million view videos. It's too tricky, unless, I'm sure there's someone out there doing it, but like for the average person making TikToks, like you're not gonna keep pulling those views. But if you do, that's awesome.
Yeah, let us know how. Diving videos, question mark? Yeah,
so we just try to have fun with this, and the views are going down and down a little bit, but I think it's just averaging out to what it is. And
I would say if you're over 100,000 views on a video, like that's a pretty good range. Yeah. That's where you want to kind of shoot for. Anything over that is a huge bonus. And if you don't quite make it, obviously not all videos are going to be that good. But I think if you can get over 100,000 views, that means you're qualifying quite a bit of views. If you're qualifying about 50% of that, and if you have a relatively decent RPM, your ratio of turnover is going to end up being decent because you're going to get about 50,000 qualified views, which is going to give you a pretty decent chunk for just one quick video, right, that you're making. Yeah. So,
and then this right here is the whole channel within, we might be able to do 30 days. Oh yeah, perfect. So this is the last 30 days, or 28 days.
This graph is so skewed because of the very first.
But 271 million views. Like, that is just nuts. 15 million likes, 642,000 comments.
Yeah, we were making some people angry with the commenting.
But yeah, here, 62,000, or 62 million, 37, 12, 4, and then it obviously just...
The graph will end up evening out. Yeah. We're getting in around the millions every day, like 1 to 3 million, which is a pretty good range. The graph just is really skewed, obviously, because of our one video that went insane. But yeah, let's check the RPMs for these.
So this is the last 30 days, so exactly the same. We've made $14,345. And there's a day where we got $3,700. And what do you have to say about that?
That's probably the most I've ever made in a day. I know he's had more personally, but for me, that's definitely the most I've ever made in a day. Even if we split that in half, that's still probably the most I've made in a day.
Yeah,
that's huge.
But yeah, we had $1,000 day, 3,700, 2,100, and then once again it evens out. And this is the beginning of the month, like I said earlier, 374, 533, 588, and then back to evening out. So overall here, as you could see before, we had 142 million views. Qualified views were 101 million.
It's less than 50%. But our RPM is so low.
Or is over 50%. 142 million.
Oh, I thought it was 242 million.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, definitely don't
Okay.
listen to him.
242 million. And the RPM 14 cents, which is very low.
Which makes sense. I mean, again, it's just, first of all, I think people know it's not necessarily a real video, right? It's still entertaining to watch, though, so we still get the views. And then, again, there's no faces in it, and it's kind of like not necessarily a storyline of content, right? Like, it's not necessarily something that would make a ton of advertising money per se, so the RPM does make a little bit of sense to be lower. Again, also probably with a different country audience as well, seeing as it's pictures and words, it makes it a little bit different.
And yeah, this one did great, $14,000. And that video that got 125 million views, it made $8,567 from one video, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That was also one of the first videos we posted.
Yeah, and then like I said on the last channel, that one, I think that was like 1,100 or 1,200 for one video. And you can see here, this one, Ava's test, got $1,000.
Oh, people were so upset about Ava, teacher's pet.
Yeah, if you go on these things and read the comments, they're hilarious.
They're so funny. Also, guys, remember that when you get to your threshold, TikTok does not back pay you, but they will pay for new views from your approval on. Yeah. So like our $125 million video was what got us to the threshold. However, we didn't get back paid for that. That was from like when we made it on. So that video could have made even more money, really, than the $8,000. But it was what we needed to get to the 10,000 subscribers. And then as soon as, we were on it, as soon as we hit that, we applied, and within minutes they accepted it. So like the rest of those views counted. I think it had probably 30, 40 million views by the time we actually applied. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was somewhere up there.
So we still got like almost 100,000 or 100 million views qualified, probably. Not qualified, but in contention to qualify to be paid.
Yeah, so to sum it up, we've made, if I can add them all up in my head, $22,000 about in the last 30 days from 3 TikTok channels. So the last channel, I think that made, it's with a team that we work with, I think that made about $10,000, which that's split up in different ways, as well as these channels are all split in between us. But yeah, so from TikTok, if you just want to look at revenue in general, we made about $32,000 in the last month. And this is just from posting
one-ish video a day.
1 minute videos and trying to be creative, trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And then the time spent on it in a week with all of them,
That's hard because the one channel we work with our editor, and that channel definitely is more time consuming for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So that one is split differently as far as revenue and time. But for the other 2 channels that we went through today, and even the first one, the Weird Ryan one, is mostly editing old content that we have. And then the 2 drawing ones, we draw every day, and they probably take an hour total to edit, draw, print out the papers, do the whiteboard, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd say total we work like 5 hours a week on all of it.
Probably a little bit more.
Maybe a little more.
Just depending on how many videos we're putting out.
Either way, 5 hours or 8 hours, $22,000. It's not bad. But yeah, the other channel, we've been doing that since, Well, we've been doing that one for a while, but we started doing the creativity program in July.
Yeah.
And it just kept going up. I think our best month was in December, which kind of makes sense because we probably got a higher RPM.
We talked about this in my other videos a little bit.
So then with that, we were like, man, we should try to start new channels to see if we can do more. But we wanted to make it simple because we do put more time into the first channel, and it's something that we do in public with other people. So it's very like in depth, but these ones are very simple, and I personally like doing simple things because you can do it at your house. You can do it any time of the day usually, but both of them bring different experiences, different learnings, and yeah, I think that's about it. But questions, comments, please let us know. We love talking about this, and this is what we do full time. We've been doing it full time since I've been doing it full time since like 2017. Tori's been doing it full time since about 2020, 2021, so we're in there.
Canyon's been doing it
Canyon,
for 2 years.
Canyon just freeloads. And
He likes to eat the crayons.
he likes to eat the crayons. He did eat a crayon the other day. Anything else you want to add?
Nope. We'll see you guys in a couple days with the next idea. If you guys have any questions or video content that you want to see, let us know down below. We'd love to make videos off of our fans' suggestions. So that's always a great input as well. If you're looking for a specific platform or specific questions about that, we love to do it. And yeah, thanks for following along, and comment down below with any questions. Thanks, everybody.